MVP quarterback Nick Foles. The Eagles exercise the option, and then Nick Foles buys out of it for $2 million to become a free agent. Foles will be a free agent unless the Eagles franchise tag him for what would have to be $25 million. There is thoughts that Philly could franchise tag and then use that to trade Nick Foles so they could get something back for him. We'll see what happens in Philly. What do you think is the best spot for Nick Foles? Where would you like to see him go, Stoyo?
I was gonna say Denver, but
Yeah.
that is not an option anymore. So there's Jacksonville, and I don't know, like Cincinnati could be an option.
Yeah.
I would say so.
What about
Here's one thing I will say. I will say that something crazy is going to happen with the Raiders this offseason. I could see Gruden moving away from Derek Carr.
Yeah, I really could too. It could be crazy. There's been rumors of Kyler Murray to the Raiders. With Nick Foles, I hope he becomes a free agent because it would be cool, in my opinion, to see him stay in the division. End up with the Giants or the Redskins, who need, another
Yeah,
quarterback.
that's right, the Redskins.
Yeah, with
That
Alex
would be-
Smith.
But you can't
Out.
trade him into the division.
No,
so,
they won't trade him, so
So
he's
you
got to
have
be.
to cut him.
Yeah. What do you think? You like Nick Foles staying in the division or doing something crazy, Aaron?
I wouldn't mind seeing him stay in a division, just a little competition there, or even like Stoyo said, Jacksonville wouldn't be, someplace. He needs to go someplace where he can start. He's shown that he can win and he can play. So
I imagine this: Nick Foles in Jacksonville. All he's got to do is get them to the playoffs with that defense, and then imagine Nick Foles in the playoffs in Jacksonville. I think he could do some damage.
that's if they can win. I mean, they started out hot this past year and they didn't really.
Yeah.
They kind of just piddled away. So I mean,
They got to figure out that running game. I thought they had it figured out with Leonard Fournette, and then he really fell off this last year.
I mean, Fournette's been hurt for a bit, and he's like a one-trick pony, I would say. He's like a one-cut back, and that's pretty much it.
Power early,
Yeah.
and that's it. Yeah. And if you're not
like a
healthy,
Jamal Lewis type of back, kind of.
yeah.
And I feel like those backs were fine for the 2000s, but now we're in the 2010s,
Yep.
close to the 2020s, and the game has changed.
Absolutely. Tell me if you guys are shocked by this. Dolphins say no calls have been made about quarterback Ryan Tannehill, as Miami is expected to move on from him.
I'm not surprised.
Aaron, what's your take on Ryan Tannehill?
Never really have cared for him too much. I thought that was kind of a, wasted opportunity there.
Yeah. He in my mind, he was a wide receiver in college until like his last year, and that just seems like they're kind of trying to force him into being a quarterback when I don't know if that's his natural position.
The only thing that he's got going for him is he's got a hot wife.
I was about to say that.
So, I mean, that's about the only thing he's got. So.
Hey, that's not too bad though. You can
Damn
do
it, you
worse.
stole my joke. I was going to say his best asset is his woman, but one thing that I've heard, I don't know if it's true, is they're going to cut him, and they plan on tanking this whole season to get Tua next season.
Yeah, could see some teams doing that.
But to me, that is insane. You shouldn't plan out in the offseason, oh yeah, we're tanking this year.
You know who I had been who I thought was doing that and could still be doing that is the Raiders. I mean, they were tanking all last year.
Who knows what's going on over there? All I know, and I'll say it one more time, and I'll keep saying it, Chucky, thank you for back. Thank you.
Yeah, seriously. And the Cowboys can't be happier with Amari Cooper. Can't be happier, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
All right. LA Rams in a bit of a dilemma as star running back Todd Gurley continues to have knee issues. We all saw the playoffs. We all saw the Super Bowl. Rams would not disclose the injury in the playoffs or leading up to the big game, but it's obvious to everyone that he was not close to 100%. Some say his knee has swelled up again. They're hoping it's nothing major, but could be an ongoing issue for one of the game's best running backs. Hope Gurley can return to 100% soon. Aaron, what's your take on Todd Gurley? I mean, he definitely didn't look too good in the Super Bowl.
No, he did not. You know, I like him as a back. I think he's a good, strong runner. He's definitely the heart, the top, heart of that team. I just hope it's not anything serious where,
Like career.
it just,
That's where it could be headed. If his knees continues to swell up like this, he's already had like one surgery, maybe two, on that knee. Could be bad.
Yeah. Yep.
What do you think, Aaron? Stoyo?
He missed week 16 and week 17 of the regular season and then played in the playoffs. So obviously he was hurt, and I don't even know why people are questioning it.
Yeah.
Just by the eye test, this was not 100% Todd Gurley. Todd Gurley, when healthy, is an absolute beast.
Yeah.
Like
Game changer.
Game changer. He took so many passes just to the house, like shuffle passes, 5-yarders to the house, because he's an elite running back. So I feel for him. I hope this is just a one-time thing, or I don't know. Knees are difficult, especially when you're running back and you have to make cuts and stuff like that. So
Yeah.
for him, I would hope that he just rest this entire offseason and
Get it right.
Get it
Even
right.
have like a microsurgery to clean it out if you need to. Do what you have to do.
Is it the same? Is it the same knee he had his ACL surgery
I'm pretty
on?
sure, yeah.
it is.
And that's not a good sign.
No, that's not a good sign. So
So good thing that he got paid. He got his money, but hopefully his career isn't short-lived. That would suck. One of the game's best.
For sure.
Let's talk about the 2018 season awards, the end of the year. Patrick Mahomes took home the MVP. Not a surprise there. Aaron, Mahomes throwing for 50 touchdowns and 5,000 yards. Hell of a year for the young guy.
yes, it was, and I was surprised. I mean, I shouldn't say I was surprised. I kind of figured he would get it, but I was leaning more towards maybe Drew Brees getting it. Kind of like can't give it to a young guy like he's his second year kind of thing. I thought maybe they would kind of lean that way, but I mean, he definitely played his ass off and definitely deserved it. But I hope he can continue to play like that and not just be a one year
trick.
and done kind of thing.
Yeah. Yeah, we've
But
seen.
with that defense, I think he'll be all right.
Yeah, we'll see what they do, but Chiefs fans have to be optimistic. Stoyo, Aaron Donald brings home the second straight Defensive Player of the Year award. This year was even more impressive, having Sue on the line next to him. What do you think of Aaron Donald? We have Khalil Mack, and we like to say he's the best defensive player, but Donald has to be the favorite right now as the best defensive player.
For sure. What he's doing at the DT has never been done before. So, yeah, that's incredible. I will point out that Aaron Donald was pretty much non-existent in the Super Bowl,
Yeah.
which kind of worries me. And at times, he does disappear.
Mhm.
But Aaron Donald is an undersized defensive tackle. And to me, that is just
It's crazy.
incredible
Yeah.
how he can get 20-plus sacks inside. You can't do that, and somehow he's doing it. So this is why he's Defensive Player of the Year. And in his interviews, he talks like he wants to be elite and he wants to work, and
He's not about the drama. He just
No.
goes to work.
he's just that's someone you can build a defense around.
Absolutely. Those guys are rare. So it's nice to see for the Rams. Aaron, Bears head coach Matt Nagy in his rookie year as head coach brings home Coach of the Year honors. Hell of a year for Matt Nagy, and the Bears seem to be in a much better place than they were just a year ago. Just a year ago with John Fox.
Yeah, I was glad to see them get a good hire and a coach. I still was like on pins and needles watching them this year with some of the play calling.
Yeah.
It seems I'm not. The Bears are going to run the ball most of the time on first down, and then when they get to like third and long and they want to run the ball, it's like just throw the ball or let Mitchell just roll out and option. And I don't know. They got to do something with the play calling. I liked some of the trick plays and stuff they called this year. It was great. Nothing but upside. I don't coming with them. I think.
Yeah, and it was, more importantly, it was just nice to see them get the wins. And Trubisky had a big year. Like, For his first full year starting, I was really impressed. I believe he doubled his interceptions. It was like 24 and 12. Threw for decent yardage, and Nagy said recently that was with him. There's pretty much not adjusting at the line, not doing anything crazy, just dumbed down Matt Nagy offense for Trubisky. So I expect more in year 3 out of Trubisky and year 2 out of Nagy. Should be. I'm optimistic as a Bears fan.
It's
I
just
think it's going to be fun.
Yeah,
it's just nice to see that the Bears have made the right hire.
for once.
Because the last 2 head coaches, I don't even want to say someone's name,
Yeah.
but John Fox and the other guy
The other guy.
were just not good, and it seems that the Bears are going into the right direction.
Yep.
And yeah, Matt Nagy did have some questionable play calling and stuff like that, but we're way above what I expected we would be. Like, this was like a godsend.
Yeah.
This is a franchise-changing move. I think that Nagy could have a lot of success, and I'll say right now, I expect the Bears to be in the Super Bowl in the next 3 seasons.
Yeah, I'm right there with you, Stoyo. You go from, you go in your rookie year as head coach and you sweep the Vikings, you sweep the Lions, and you should have swept the Packers, and we're going to sweep the Packers next year, by the way. I love that. You come in and how do you win? You dominate your division. And we went 5-1 in the division and took care of business.
After going 0-6 last season,
Yeah.
and we had the opportunity to knock off the Packers out of the playoffs
Yep.
and the Vikings, and we did that.
Yeah.
So many times in the past,
The
we
Eagles
weren't able.
couldn't knock them
Yep.
out. Yeah. So many times you couldn't get it done.
You guys keep, you can talk all you want about Mitch and Nagy, but Khalil Mack was a game changer this year for them.
He
I
was.
for
think.
sure.
And for them to make a trade and get him was just like I would never expect the Bears to make a move like that.
Yeah.
Like that's just out of the ordinary for them.
That was such a massive move, and that was with Green Bay rumored to possibly get Mac. That was with, so many. The landscape of the league changed with that move, and I'm just so happy that we were on the receiving end of that.
Yeah, definitely. He's definitely a game changer, and I feel like he wanted to come to Chicago because we've had such a history of great linebackers,
Yeah.
and to be kind of mentioned now with those guys.
It's a perfect
like
fit, really.
Singletary and
Butkus,
just
Urlacher.
Butkus and it's just something that he wants to be great, I think, and he's definitely proven. I know he was hurt a little bit this year, but I think he's going to come back next year, and he'll be. I'm gonna say 20.5 sacks next year.
Yeah.
Ooh, I like it.
Yeah,
I was going to say 16, but I'll take the 20.5.
Yeah, I think we have. Donald's gotten his too. I think we have Defensive Player of the Year in Chicago next year.
And I think Leonard Floyd is probably going to step up a little bit and kind of free up. They can't double team everybody on that defense. Roquan's going to be there. He's going to, and it's just going to be
Second year Roquan, third year Eddie Jackson. I'm excited.
Teeing off on guys,
Yeah.
So
And Leonard Floyd, our defense got so much better when Leonard Floyd started balling. It took him a while.
Let me ask you this, Alex. What do you think the Bears move on from Kevin White?
Yes, I do. It's time. It's too long. How many years are we gonna be like, this is the year, and he never even touches the field?
Yeah.
It's time to move on. It's time to get in someone that's actually gonna touch the field. I was high on him when we drafted him, but it just didn't work out, and you gotta cut your losses. Now, some would say that with that Mac trade and some of the offseason moves, that some of the draft picks, that Ryan Pace should have been GM of the year, but Colts GM Chris Ballard takes it home, really rebuilt that offensive line there in Indy, really hit home run picks with, what's the offensive lineman's name?
Quentin Nelson.
Quentin Nelson. They got Darius Leonard, the linebacker, big time stuff from the Colts. So, well-deserved GM of the year for Chris Ballard, so.
Absolutely. Chris Ballard was a long-time Chicago Bear front office guy,
Nice.
scout for us, and I wanted him to be our GM instead of Ryan Pace, but it was told that Chris Ballard knew everyone's dirty laundry inside the building, and ownership was not willing to put him in charge.
Oh, wow.
And now he became the GM of the year, so I kind of feel vindicated, but it's okay. And my main issue for why Ryan Pace should not get GM of the year is when you overpay for a kicker that can't make a 43-yard field goal,
Yep.
and you pay him $5.5 million, $9 million guarantees over 2 seasons, that is just shit. So you can't get GM of the year for that.
Yeah,
No,
when
you
it
cannot.
when it costs you the season, you can't. Definitely not. Aarin, offensive rookie of the year goes to Saquon Barkley. How impressed were you with him as rookie year? He was great at Penn State, but even more impressive as a Giant.
Yeah, he was. I mean, there's really no surprise there. I mean, I kind of figured he would get it. He's explosive and just
Yeah.
fun to watch. I don't really know any comparisons of
Man.
backs, and we don't really get a lot of.
Yeah, I want to
Giant
throw a
games
name
here,
out
so-
there. I want to throw a name and tell me what you guys think. I think he is a bigger Barry Sanders type.
Yeah.
I
can
really
see
do.
that. I
He
can
is
see that.
nasty. And he's a great pass catching. He's got some of the best pass catching hands.
I mean, I see some of sweetness in him,
Yeah.
for sure. He's just one of the most exciting offensive players to watch, and he makes like multiple moves on one play, and he can make like 3 or 4 defender miss.
Yeah.
So that's like half the defense.
Yeah.
If you can make half the defense miss, then oh my God.
He'll not only miss you, he'll not only make you miss him, he'll not only run away from you, but he'll jump over you.
And run through you. Like
Yeah.
anything you can think of, he can do.
Yeah.
So this is pretty much Superman.
And Stoyo Colts rookie linebacker Darius Leonard takes home defensive rookie. He was a tackling machine. Good draft pick because he was kind of lower in the draft.
Yeah, I mean, once again, Chris Ballard doing work. And yeah, as a rookie to lead the NFL in tackles, that's pretty impressive.
Yep. Aaron, let me get your reaction to the Super Bowl. The Patriots beat the Rams 13-3. Tom Brady wins ring number 6. Him and Belichick are almost unbeatable. Does that put in your mind Brady in the same conversation with Michael Jordan as greatness?
I would say yeah. He's definitely one of the best. I don't like it when guys always say like Jordan is the greatest, or these guys are the greatest. To me, you haven't played against
Each other?
guys like Jordan never got to play with Wilt or against those guys. So
Yeah.
I think it would have to be a generational thing, like.
Best of
Me
his
growing
era.
up watching the NBA, when I was watching it
Yeah.
growing up, like Jordan was the guy, and now like younger kids, like my son is 7, like he's all LeBron James, and like he doesn't, and I'm like, dude, what about like Larry Bird and Michael Jordan? He just kind of looks at me like, what are you talking about? So I don't know. Brady's up there. He's definitely up there. I still like Terry Bradshaw maybe a little bit more. So
I do too. Imagine Bradshaw and Lynn Swann in today's rules.
yeah, oh yeah,
That would be crazy.
definitely.
Or Joe Montana and Jerry Rice in today's rules.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's like putting Jordan in today's NBA. He averaged 50.
Yeah.
So
55.
55, and he'd be great defensively as well. Stoyo, do you believe Brady is the NFL GOAT?
Yeah, absolutely. First of all, I want to say that I absolutely enjoyed the Super Bowl. A lot of people did not enjoy it, but to me,
It was a battle.
it was a battle. It was a chess match, and at halftime, I guaranteed that Belichick was going to win this matchup because this is, to me, that was Belichick, like, I don't know, 16 Chapel,
Yeah.
because he outcoached
The genius, supposedly.
the new genius. Not only outcoached, bitch slapped.
Yeah.
Probably the number 1 offense in football was held to 3 points in the Super Bowl.
Yeah, I mean, anytime you hold McVay's offense to 3 points, it's a thing of beauty. Everyone was crowning McVay. Everyone wants his his coaching tree, but Belichick, once again, it doesn't matter who he's matched up against, he seems to outstudy and be more prepared for.
It is insane to me that most of the year the Patriots were a man-to-man defense,
Yeah.
and at the Super Bowl they come out in zone.
Yeah.
And it's like they've been playing zone the entire season, and they have not been. So it's just the genius of Belichick and the proper execution. It's not even fair anymore. They're just so used to doing it
Yep.
that it's like nothing.
What do you think,
I
Aaron?
think I think the Rams had to come out strong. Like Belichick, when they get the ball, they're gonna just grind it out and just eat the clock up. I felt like for the Rams to have a chance, they needed to like get the ball, go down and score. And
Yeah.
then, make them have a 4-and-out or a drive where they got a punt and then score again. So make them play their game. Where I don't think he was really ready to play like that.
Yeah.
Long, drawn-out game. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
they're like, the Rams want to score and they want to, up and down the field, and your defense is going to get tired when you're out there all the time. So that's probably why those guys were non-existent, really. So they'll be back, and I think he's going to learn from this, and they'll be fine.
Well, Belichick's had a matchup against an offensive mind, a guru before, in Kyle Shanahan with the Falcons. And they jumped out to a 28-3 lead on them and still couldn't get the job done. So, but that's the case. If the Rams had jumped out to a lead like that, maybe they hold on and get the win. But that's what you have to do against a Belichick coach team.
It's
Yeah,
impressive.
you've got a defense that's strong, so you can, they could play their game offensively and defensively, and I think it would have just put Brady on ice skates.
They could have dictated a lot more. It really hurt them that Gurley was hurt, but
It did, but to me, if you look at all those Super Bowl victories that they have had,
yeah,
it's just like they have won in every
different way.
different
Yeah.
way, every fashionable way possible. Like,
Yep.
to me, it's just the genius of Belichick and the determination of Brady, because I truly believe that Belichick was ready to move on from Brady and have Garoppolo back there.
Yeah.
But Brady just said, no, I want to keep playing, and he kind of made it happen.
Brady seems kind of defiant with that. Like, I'm not quitting until someone can stop me.
I feel like Brady wants to die on the field.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think he does too. I think he's going to keep playing, and you don't really see that anymore. A lot of guys are, they do their 10 years and they're like, I've kind of had enough, and, it was too bad that Joe Thomas retired. I'd like to see him go to, to the Patriots or something like that, and get a title. It's just another good offensive line for the, lineman for those guys.
Yeah.
Or at least have a winning season somewhere.
Yep.
Yes, exactly.
All right, so with Flacco being the story of the day going to the Broncos, we're going to end with this. A lot of people criticize Flacco and say he's only got that 1 year that he ever had any success in the playoffs. Care to guess what Joe Flacco's career playoff record is? Aaron, I'll let you go first. How many playoff wins do you think Flacco's record is? He had that 1 year where he won like 4 and got the Super Bowl MVP, but what's his overall?
If I had to guess, I'm going to say 6 and 9.
All right, what say you, Stoyo?
I'm going to say, because he had some success, I would say I'm going to say 9-4.
9-4. You're closer.
You know the stat.
I know the stat. Yeah, like people, say that he's only done it once and he doesn't have a very good, I think if Flacco can get the Broncos and the Patriots, they could do some damage. Flacco's career playoff record as a starting quarterback, 10-5.
Shit.
Double the wins when it matters most.
He has the Nick Foles in him.
Yeah.
Yeah, he does.
But, so good stuff. Maybe the Broncos got their quarterback for somewhat future, and maybe they'll turn things around. Another successful episode. Thanks so much for coming on, guys. Good stuff as always. Thanks, Aaron. It was good to have you on.
Thank you,
No
Aaron.
problem. Anytime. Thanks, Stoyo.
Yeah,
Good talking to you guys.
Yep.
I'll be hitting you up again. Got some more stuff to talk about.